Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review this new drama, Bonhoeffer, Pastor, Spy, Assassin. And this is from director and writer Todd Komarnicki, and this film focuses on Dietrich Bonhoeffer, who was a pastor in Germany of the Lutheran Church, who becomes a spy and potential assassin in the face of the rising Third Reich in Germany and trying to stop Hitler from destroying the faith and his country of Germany and protecting their, religious cousins, the Jewish people. And this film, I think, has its heart in all the right places because this film is oddly impactful and meaningful in 2024 with, there's certainly a lot can be said about the conflict going on in Palestine, but there is a rising tide of anti-Semitism in places. But more importantly, there's a rising tide of fascism across the world and a bastardization of faith and religion in the face of fascism and fascist leaders that come in wolves in sheep's clothing acting like they represent the faith, but really are just there to control the congregation. And you see that play out in this film so impactfully. I had some really strong reactions to moments in this film from a visual standpoint, and I think Komarnicki understands the power of religious imagery. And just watching a bunch of Nazis tearing crucifixes out of churches and hanging swastikas in them. I'm a confirmed Roman Catholic, non-practicing, but just seeing that made me sick. And this film really understands the power of that imagery and how much that can hit. I think this story is an important one. I think Bonhoeffer is a figure that I'm glad this film exists because the impact and what he tried to do in the face of such adversity is so important. And I'm glad to see a story like this being told. I feel like this story is, like I mentioned, so important and relevant today. I do think that maybe the screenplay is a little too overstuffed because, they are trying to balance, hey, this is his whole life story. There's elements you see him growing up, you see him in his early life connecting with the black community. And there's moments later in the film where some of the stuff comes back, but I feel like it kind of takes you away from the action that it's really trying to focus on. I do feel like some of the nonlinear storytelling elements don't really add much to how the story plays out. But I do feel like this has a very distinct look. It has this it's a bit of a grim and somber tone to it. There's serious, powerful moments. I do feel like there's moments where they lose it a little and gets a little too melodramatic and too overly saccharine. And it kind of takes you out of the film a bit. But there's still really powerful moments, even if some of those moments feel a little too on the nose. But I think where the real heart is Jonas Dessler, who plays Bonhoeffer, gives a really good performance. He anchors this film well, and he is supported by the likes of August Diehl, who gives such a fantastic performance as one of the other priests. And how his character progresses. There's some big emotional moments in terms of his character in this film. There's just so many evocative scenes and visuals in this film that really strike a chord, and I feel like, sure, it's a little overlong, it's a little overstuffed, it's a little melodramatic at times, but the story is worth it, and the performances are strong, anchoring it down. And what this is able to do to connect to a world we live in today is poignant and impactful. So at the end of it, when the credits roll and before the credits roll and you see a little text and things like that, you reflect upon this was a really well-made and well-done biopic that really captures a deep, meaningful collection of themes that makes it resonate And there's plenty of elements to this film that really do work, that really takes it across the finish line. And this is certainly the kind of film that you might want to take in this holiday season. But those are my thoughts on Bonhoeffer, Pastor, Spy, Assassin. Let me know what you think. Let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.